Hi, this is the Entertainment and Activities video for games. And we'll start here. Go to the game section. There's quite a few games, about 1,000 games in this section. They're always being updated. They're all in Flash. A lot of them have instructions. Some are just fairly easy to understand. The first game is a trivia game, which we designed. It's essentially designed to be played with multiple players. So for example, Joe would be playing Mary, who would be playing Steve. They're going for 20 questions. And the first person up, as you'll notice, is Joe. Now this game is pretty good to play as an activity, on your big screen TV if you'd like. And you just have everybody sit down and have them read the questions, or you read the questions and have them give the answers. So if we say this one, we can just go to the last one, and that would be correct. Now you notice we'll press continue, and then it's the next player's turn, Mary. And if I was to say Bob Marley, this is incorrect. Good guess. Continue on. Fairly straightforward. Now it's Steve's turn. I get it wrong, but when you do get it wrong, a lot of times it will tell you a hint. So you're learning as you continue to play. And then we're back to Joe. At the end of the 20 questions, the game will tell you who won the game. So it's a lot of fun. They can have a lot of fun in playing trivia that way. Here's casino. You can have a casino night. Again, there's 1,000 games in here, so these are all, like I said, in Flash. Good sound effects. You can do a casino night or something like this, or they can just sit one-on-one and play. Casino games. Playing games for residents and seniors is obviously good for their brain. Helps exercise their brain. Builds their memory, builds confidence. And this is, like I said, strategy games. So these are a little bit more than brain games. They actually do take some strategy to play. For example, this is the old game Battleships. And in this section you've got Connect 4, which is a good old-fashioned game that they like a bit. Again, the Line Rider's a nice game to play. Tetris is on here. Shuffle is on here. So the point is, it's a little bit more than simply playing brain games, but it does get quite a bit of action. Arcade games, there's got to be 70 or 80 arcade games in here. Now, you'll find that you might not get a lot of action on the arcade games. You can see how many there are here. But remember, the family and the friends get this too. So the point of having all these free games in here under the arcade is so grandkids will play these games for free, which means they're going to communicate with grandpa a little bit more. Some of them are not all that hard. Here's 3D ping pong, and they can play it, and it's really more like hand-eye coordination. Now the next section that we have is shooter games. This is pure hand-eye coordination, where you're just shooting things that move across the screen with a click of a mouse. And you can see there's a lot of these. You do get a lot of the older guys that play this. A lot of the residents who are men play this section. We tally actually what games are being played and which ones are the most popular. Now to get to brain games, here's basically our brain game section. There are, I think, about maybe 50 brain games or more in here. For example, here's a really straightforward, simple game. It's called 50 States. You take the state, you try to place it in the correct place. It tells you that you're 300 miles away.
Great.
There's Mississippi or Alabama.
Great.
So it's a memory game, essentially. And playing games, well, actually just using the computer has been shown to stave off Alzheimer's and build memory, but obviously brain games are a little bit better. Here's a puzzle called Gas, Water, and Electric. Again, these are fairly simple. What you have to do with this game is essentially connect the water to that first house, the water to the second house, the water to the third house, the electricity, and you cannot cross any lines. Like, I've only like this. That's a no-no. So there's a brain teaser. There's also some old ones that they'll probably know. Here's Simon. Everybody remembers how to play Simon. So those are the brain games. Here's sports, just sporty games. There's a bunch of puzzles. This is pretty much similar to brain games. These are just either they're word puzzles or they're number puzzles or color puzzles, or just good old-fashioned putting a puzzle together. That's on here too. Never get tired of playing all these games. There's geography games, putting the state in the right place, or this guy, the name of the state will fly by, and what you have to do is find the state on the map. So where is Virginia? And you find Virginia, and it tells you when you're right. Oh, so you got it wrong. So again, these are fairly simple. So there's, if you look at both the puzzle section and the cognitive section, you've got close to 200 different brain games that they can play. And the next section we have is retro. These are good old-fashioned games that I grew up with, things like Asteroids and Pac-Man and Frogger, and they're all in here, and they can play those as well. Pong. You get a lot of bang for your buck in this particular section. Multiplayer games allow you to play against your somebody else on another computer. So if I'm at your community and I'm a resident and I want to play checkers with my grandson, I can play checkers with my grandson. He's got to log in on the other side and then connect with me, and then we play. So that's it for games. You get a lot of folks who play the games. You'll find it's a pretty great section for them. And that's it for games.